What's up, everybody? It's your boy Hamza from Author Gaming, and today I'm bringing to you a spicy
deck profile for Trickstars.
And this is budget, you said?
Yeah, so this is gonna be a budget meta-dependent Trickstar profile.
All right.
This really depends on like what your local meta game is, but if you're expecting to see Sky Strikers, if you're expecting to see like Thunder Dragon stuff and Altergeist, then this is a pretty good. It has pretty good matchups across the board. So.
All right, cool. Let's get right into the video then, shall we?
Cool. So you're playing your Trickstar cards: 3 Candina, 3 Lycris, and 1 Lilybell. I mean, it's pretty standard. Don't play too many Lilybells. It's not as good as you think it is. Don't fall into that trap. You kind of just want to control their board and play the game slow. You don't need Lilybell to do that much damage. For hand traps, we're playing 3 Droll. It's mandatory in any Trickstar deck. 2 Veiler, 3 Ash. Veiler's a really good card that's underrated right now because people forgot how good it is. But it gets around chain blocking and stuff, so...
Yeah, it's like a Gedo Impermanence almost.
Yeah. For comeback cards, we have 2 Cyber Dragons, 2 Pankratops. If you're confused about the Cyber Dragon, we're going to talk about it a little bit later in the extra deck. So, but Pankratops is pretty self-explanatory. You just special it, run over something, and then use its effect to pop something on the board.
All right.
And for spells, we have 3 Trickstar Light Stage. Light Stage is the fundamental part of the deck. It gets you to your Trickstar engine and locks down some of their back rows so you can get around decks like Altergeist. And it even helps against stuff like Sky Strikers if you know where their Widow Anchors are from multi-roll. So then we play 2 Scapegoats, mandatory in any Trickstar deck because you can just go TK. You set this on turn 1. Turn 3, you flip it on their end phase and then you just make Brawl Sword and kill them. We play 3 Mind Control. This is another comeback mechanic. If there's something that can't be run over by Pankratops or Cyber Dragon, this is going to get rid of it. It also helps in the Sky Striker matchup because their array won't trigger, so it helps get rid of floaters. Play 2 Terraforming to find the light stage.
Why didn't you play 3? You think it's kind of bricky?
Because it's at 2, sir. We play 2 Desires. Why we aren't playing 3 Desires is because you honestly don't need it. You're playing a 40-card deck. You're going to get to the cards you need.
Fair enough.
We played 2 Shared Ride for the Sky Striker matchup, pretty much. The card's insane.
It's like a Maxi.
It's like Maxi, but locks out your opponent from adding cards to hand, which can be very helpful. Play 2 Call by the Grave. The reason we're actually playing this is to prevent people from stopping the Reincarnation Droll because they can Ash the Reincarnation. So if you have Call by the Grave set, you can just Call by the Grave the Ash and then banish their hand, which is pretty good. Speaking of Reincarnation, we play 3 Reincarnation. Yeah, it's the best card in the deck. You can special out your Trickstars when it's in the grave, so it helps you make higher links and to link climb.
You think you should get hit on the ban list?
Probably get hit to 2, yeah.
Okay.
And then last 2 cards we play 2 Heavy Storm Duster. People, if they're playing around Sky Strikers, if they're playing around Reincarnation, are gonna set their spell cards, and then end phase you just flip Heavy Storm Duster and get rid
it's like
of.
a blowout.
Yeah. So moving on to the extra deck.
Cool.
We play 4 French Scapegoat tokens.
Oh baby.
We play for Link ones. We have the Link Karibo and the Ulti Link Spider.
Yeah.
Very important that you play the Ulti because it is a budget deck list, so you're gonna spend that extra money somewhere. We have the Nightmare Cerberus, Phoenix, and Unicorn package. They're really good cards, and they help you discard your Reincarnation so you can continue to link climb. For Link 3s, we have Ningirsu and Triple Burst Dragon, as well as Power Code Talker.
Whoa.
So Power Code Talker is a really interesting card that no one seems to know. you can just make it off 3 monsters. So if you've already used a scapegoat that game and somehow haven't killed them, you can just go into Power Code Talker and it can negate one effect on the field and double its attack and just kill someone.
So it helps you get over big monsters.
Exactly, which is Trickstar's main issue. So one link too I forgot is the Holly Angel.
Yeah,
Holly Angel's a pretty interesting card. Allows you to get over some monsters you can't get over sometimes, and because it's a link 2, it's easily accessible.
Yeah.
For link 4s, we play the 1 Bomber Dragon, 1 Borolo Dragon, and 1 Boral Sword Dragon.
Yep.
If you can't afford a Boral Sword, it's not a big deal. You can just play another Cherries target, as we're going to show you. But it obviously does help killing your opponent. But usually, if you're going for the scapegoat play, you've probably burned them enough with Lycoris that Borolo's enough to kill them. So don't feel too pressured into buying a Boral Sword.
Okay.
And then the last card that you can actually make in the deck is Chimera Tech Mega Fleet Dragon.
Yeah.
And if you don't know what this card does, if your opponent has a monster or 2 monsters in the extra monster zone, you can special Cyber Dragon and then contact fusion them away with no extra cards. And this gains 1200 attack times the number of materials used to make it. So it can hit over numbers and it just gets over stuff that you usually wouldn't be able to get rid of. And then for Cherries targets, because the deck doesn't really run out of extra deck space, you have Rongo and Electromite. And we have some more in the side deck, which is over here. So for side deck cards, we're playing 3 evenly matched. Pretty good card. It's completely ignorant. If you're not playing it, then I feel bad for you. Just like try to invest in it because it's just a problem solver. We have 3 Twin Twisters. It helps in back row heavy decks and Sky Strikers. We have 3 D barriers. It's good for Mech Invoked, anything with Invoked Engine, and other fusion heavy decks like Thunder Dragons. We have 2 strikes. People don't really play around strike anymore, so it's something that can be used to punish your opponents for playing ignorantly. And then as a 1-of, we have the 3rd Heavy Storm Duster. You can tech it in whenever you need the Twin Twisters. You can also put in the Heavy Storm Duster. And then the last 3 cards is 3 Cherries, which obviously we need to be able to banish the Electromite and the Rongo.
Any other comments in the future? Are you going to change his deck at all after seeing what YCS Milan had?
Well, I think this deck is heavily dependent on what your local metagame is and what you expect to see in a regionals or YCS or wherever you're playing it.
Yeah.
So the deck can absolutely change. Trickstars is such a small engine that does so much that it can be placed with a lot of different cards. So the deck is by no means final.
Yeah.
It's just a good starting point to be able to, if you're struggling against Sky Strikers or Thunder Dragons in your local meta, to try it out and to maybe get an upper hand on them.
Okay, cool. All right, thank you. Once again, this is your boy Hamza from Other Gaming signing out. Peace.